The US is set to push ahead with its plan for booster shots this month, that much we know. The World Health Organization is saying they could be coming at the expense of people in the developing world who need a first shot, never mind a booster. The WHO's Africa director describes boosters in wealthy nations and says a reason why the continent is getting fewer vaccine doses than expected this year.
The introduction of the idea of booster doses by some countries that have already started to give booster doses really means at the end there has had to be a calculation, a projection that we will get 25% less doses than we were anticipating before the end of the year.
Africa can ill afford that sort of news. Health officials say only around 3%, 3%, just bear that in mind. I'm in the UK where it's nearly 85, I think it was 90, whatever, 80, but more than 80% is fully vaccinated. Joining us now is Patrick Soon-Shiong, the executive chairman of the Los Angeles Times. He's also a surgeon, a bioscientist and founder of ImmunityBio, is researching treatments for COVID-19 cancer and HIV. Doctor, it is good to have you with us, sir. The reality is, there's so much we need to talk to you about, so we'll take it at a fair clip, if we may. Let's start with this development. Africa needs vaccines. The wealthy nations are boosting existing vaccinated people. Is that fair and right?
Well, if you take a view from which I've had since the beginning of this pandemic, that I think we may have lost an opportunity, but it's probably not lost forever, is the only reason you need a booster is because antibodies wane and the virus mutates against the antibodies. At the end of the day, in order to get to the heart of this problem, you need T cells that will kill the infected cell to prevent transmission. So yes, you need a booster now because I think, unfortunately, what we've been saying for the longest time has been proven to be correct, that antibodies alone are not sufficient, and all the vaccines are antibody-based. So the solution in my mind, and the good news, is we are now in South Africa, and we are going to be in Africa, in which there'll be a leapfrog, I hope, in which both antibodies and T cells will be generated. So we are now in South Africa in a phase 1, 2, 3 trial where we will be boosting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine. And I think, hope that's the solution for Africa.
Do you support vaccine mandates with a health testing option, the sort of thing that the president announced overnight?
I think you've sort of seen the controversy at the FDA level, where there's great concern about the science behind this action. And I think, obviously I have no insight into the perturbations, but the question is, what are you boosting? And what vaccine is you using to boost? And what's the science behind the boost? So the answer is obviously much longer than I can give you here on this call, but I can tell you that the idea in my mind where we really need to go is to generate an antibody boost with a T cell boost.
Right.
And what unfortunately is deficient is really potent, what we call CD8 killer T cells in these current vaccines.
Besides your medical experience, of course, you and your company also owns the Los Angeles Times, and at the moment, I mean, the big story in California next week will be the recall of the governor, Gavin Newsom. How much of a landslide is this, do you think? The mere fact it's happening and what it says about the poisoned well of politics?
I think you said it exactly. I think it's not only a monumental waste of resources. I think it's costing us about $250 million for a completely unnecessary recall. Governor Newsom has done a magnificent job in my mind, and the LA Times has said so, with regard to how he's handled the pandemic and how he's handling the situation and the budget in California. So unfortunately, it's a function of the dysfunction of our nation and the political times. So I think you hit it on the head. The well has been poisoned, and good people like Governor Newsom, unfortunately, is facing the wrath of that.
What do you see as your responsibility as as the owner of a major newspaper? First of all, I mean, a good question to ask is why buy newspapers anyway? I mean, I was on the subway this morning. I was on the tube here in London. There was not one person on the train with a newspaper. I finally managed to find an old copy of the Evening Standard to read going home tonight. I'm a dinosaur, Doctor. I read newspapers. Nobody else does.
Well, I think you need to take the paper out of newspaper, right? So the idea is we consider now the LA Times a news media, in which clearly we still print, and we have one of the largest printing presses in the nation still. But we need to expand into the modern world of digitalization and media, video, podcast. And with Kevin Merida now now the executive editor, and he came from ESPN, sports, etc., and the undefeated,
Right.
is you need to think of this newspaper as a news media. So that's the opportunity for us,
Sure,
and that's what we're going to be.
When you have Jeff Bezos at the Post and the New York Times has got deep pockets too, are you prepared to spend the money necessary for full-scale, full-throttle news war media?
We're doing that exactly. So we created a thing called NAN Studio, which is the largest modernized LED screen. We created LA Times Studio, which won Emmys in the first year. We're creating the food kitchen, the test kitchen. We've podcasts. So the answer is yes, we have to in order to survive.
Doctor, I'm grateful you joined us. It's not many interviews that go from COVID to recalls to news media, but I'm grateful, sir, of the many strands of your bow. Thank you.